you guys are going to doo-doo your pants when you guys see my next full body paint job. I'm not going What is up, guys? Mark Colbert, Speedokote Finish Network. All right, so we got some SDI parts behind us. We got the fancy, this is a hatchback, so we got the fancy hatchback wing with the carbon and all that other stuff. Hood scoop, faded, sanded it out. And then we got, most important, what we're gonna talk about today is this raw bumper. We got all of our parts laid out. I'm mixing up material now. I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera down and we're gonna jump straight into it. It's a quick pause in the spraying. This is exactly why I tell people don't throw away your old paint. This is some junk paint I had laying around from an old paint job. And it is very close in shade and color to the Subaru 61K metallic that we're putting on these parts. The 61K had a little more blue to it, but this was a very suitable ground coat. And what this will do, guys, is if you keep your junk paints and you're like me, you don't have a mixing bank, you don't have a mixing room, all the other stuff, you know, you'll be spending less money on paint because you can keep these old paints that you're not going to use as ground coat and buy less of the paint that you do need. As you guys can see, I washed the can. You always mix your reducer in your paint can, not in your paint cup. That way you're getting every last drop of pigment and metallic out of that can, so you're getting all your money's worth. And we're just putting our 61K right over top of that junk paint. It's all urethane at the end of the day, urethane to urethane. It usually works fine. And putting that on, we lowered the pressure just a little bit to try and conserve on paint, just to make sure I had enough, because I did this entire job with 8 ounces of base. So I'll lower the pressure down just a little bit, just to make sure, you know, use a little bit less paint on the actual OEM base coat that we bought. And it's going down a little chunky. You know, whenever you lower the pressure, it'll create just a tiny bit of orange peel. But that's okay. As soon as it flashes off, it'll all flatten out as long as you're using the correct reducer. Moving on to the clear coat, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've been really struggling this winter to try and find a clear that works really good in cold weather. And I think I have finally nailed it. We are going back to the good old production glamour clear. This is one of the, literally, actually, excuse me, this is the first clear coat that I put on my YouTube page half of a decade ago, along with the SMR 130 and all the other clears. But I'm just going back to my roots, man. The production glamour clear in cold weather performs very well, and it does not run. That's the most important thing. It doesn't run. It goes on a little funky because it's a low VOC product, so you know it's meant to be blah blah blah, environmentally friendly, all this other stuff. But you put it on medium wet and walk away. Walk away. If it looks funny, don't keep putting on the clear. Just walk away, and you'll come back and it'll all flow out and be beautiful. There you guys have it. Wraps it up for these ones. I am extremely happy with this bumper. So over the years, I just have had really bad luck with raw plastic. And I was watching, funny thing is, I was like, kind of like relearning. And I was like, let me just see if anybody else has got a video up on this. And I was watching my man Brian from Paint Society. And watching him, he's like, the biggest thing is, he is 100% correct. Before you even touch these bumpers, before you even take the wet scuff, a scuff pad, anything, you have to clean the bumper. I did 2 stages of solvent. I did my paint gun cleaner. It's in a 5-gallon container. I wiped the whole bumper with that, saturated, then dried it, let that dry, then took paint reducer, second stage of cleaning, wipe that dry. Do not let the solvents dry on the bumper, because then the mold, if there's any mold agents left, they'll actually etch into the bumper. 2 stages of solvent. Then we went over it with the Speedokote glass cleaner. Okay, so this thing was clean before we even took any type of a scratch to it. We scratched it in a circular motion. I used a red pad. I went a little bit against his judgment. I personally would rather have maybe a couple minor imperfections in the paint surface. I I wanted to get the absolute roughest grip possible to ensure this bumper never comes back. And the red pad will give you like a 400 grit scratch. You're kind of teeter-tottering on the level of unsafe when it comes to a metallic. This is a gray metallic. However, it looks pretty good. I don't think I'm going to have any issues. The wing came out so-so. It looks like maybe I might have piled too much clear on it. Also, this is a fiberglass part. So you guys can see, I mean, they come with a lot of texture to begin with. These eBay fiberglass parts, not a huge fan of them, because any type of paint you put on top of them, it just doesn't have an amazing finish. But look, just walking past it, you guys know my rule. Just walking past it, for a spoiler, it'll be acceptable. This hood scoop was faded very badly. We just buzzed this thing down 400, 600. Primer sealed it with the same primer we did on the bumper. And shot base, shot clear. And this looks really good. Hood scoop, super happy with. Bumper, super happy with. Wing, I'm like 50-50. I think it'll pass. It'll definitely be okay. For a spoiler, this will definitely work. Could be a little bit more glossy, but it'll do for now. So just a small short video for you guys, keep you guys entertained. I'm gonna have some more full car content coming up. You guys are going to doo-doo your pants when you guys see my next full body paint job. I'm not gonna say what it is yet. Some of you guys might be snooping in the comments. I've leaked it a little bit in the comments what I'm going to do, but I will tell you that not a single other YouTuber in the history of YouTube, possibly, is going to attempt what I am about to attempt. So stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed this short, small video. Like, subscribe. New videos every